of stabbing in the face.
Well, who doesn't like a bit of stabbing in the face?
I like a good bit.
Hello. Ahoy hoy!
Oh, hoi hoi!
He's Straw.
He's Parker.
And together we are the Battle Hammer! It's sorry, on the t-shirt. The Battle Hammer.
Oh.
You're Slipknot, apparently.
I'm Slipknot, apparently.
Ooh. We are doing something a little bit different today.
Very different. They're looking at us and going,
Hardcore!
where's the table? Oh, no
There
table.
are some tables in the book.
So,
Oh,
No, no.
both
Oh,
joints said so.
it's like we finish each other's women. Anywho, so after our playthrough of Urban Manhunt the other day,
Yeah,
which we thoroughly enjoyed.
we did. Well, yeah. I did enjoy it, even though I did.
I enjoyed
awfully.
that about as much as you enjoyed Wex's yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, shut up. Fucking dogs. So we thought what we'd do is to talk you through the...
Constructing your hunter process.
or the dogs barking like retard process. Do you want to just shut that door? You're going to need to shut it because it will just open up
Swing
again.
open. Like my legs.
Oh.
Go. Done.
Right. They'll stop barking eventually.
If something's bothering you in your life, the best course of action is just to shut it out and ignore it and hope it goes away.
Yeah.
Burglars, important life decisions, all
Yeah.
that. Just
Shut it out, put it in a little box, tape it up, sew it up, put it in another box, and then just hide it away in some dark corner. Works for us, doesn't it?
yeah.
Nope. So we thought we'd talk you through the hunter creation system in the game, so you can play your own hunters. And what we were doing is about now, hopefully, there should be 2 pictures pop up,
Oh.
sort of there-ish. His hunter, Raging Annie,
Raging Annie.
and mine, Bish Bash. And what we're going to do is we're going to work these hunters out purely on the look of the figure, and because of the kind of idea that we've got about our characters.
Yeah.
So,
Because we did it that way round. We got figures that we wanted to use. You had a conversion that you created for...
it was from a Slay Industries model.
Slay
It
Industries
was
model.
originally Halloween Jack, but I already had Halloween Jack. So what I did is I changed the head for, I think it was an alternate operative head on another sprue, and I took the arms off and I put 2 shiver arms on with stun battens, and I'm like, oh, I love the look of this.
Yeah, it does look really cool.
And I thought, oh, I know, Bish Bash,
and
sponsored by Bosch.
By Bosch, yeah. And I used Raging Annie, which is a model available from Bad Squiddo Games. And she's going, in a post-apocalyptic style, but also...
It's basically our mate, Annie Norman.
Yeah. But also with a
Little
little...
purple skirty thingy,
I can't remember what it's called.
ballerina
Tutu.
two. So
I haven't woken up yet.
you get a hunter's worksheet.
Yeah, which is a really cool idea, actually. You get your hunter sheet where you...
Shut up!
Once they're finished, you can print them out all nice and do stuff. You actually get a short sheet that does have things like, this is how many things that costs, and this is what your priority is, and this is all the miscellaneous stuff, which I think is a really nice touch.
I love it. I think it's a cracking idea. So let's go through it.
So there are 3 main steps. Well, there's probably more than that. There's some main steps, but there are the 2 ones that you need to worry about right at the start. Are sneezing
And catching
and
it.
catching it. Step 1 is attributes. There are 6 attributes: fight, shoot, defense, athletics, mind, and pizzazz. And you have 20 points to spend on them.
20 points.
On a 1-for-1 basis, up until including 4. Each rating above 4 costs 2 points per instead.
Okay, so the ratings are from 1 to 6, the cost is from 1 to 8, and the description is average is about 3. Oh, great, and among the best is 8 points. Ugh. So, let's work out some points then, shall we?
Yeah.
What would I really... Now, he's obviously more of a hand-to-handy expert, so my shoot is really not important to me.
Correct.
So I can put that down at just about 2, I think. because I don't need that.
Yeah.
So that's 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fighting, you stupid prick. God's sake. Already we're ballsing shit up. So
Shooting up balls.
shoot 2, 2 points. Now you're kind of torn, aren't you? Because Annie's got both a gun,
got a gun
and
and
a
a
sword.
thing.
So
So this is a thing that actually I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit because step 2 is to prioritise. So you have 3 options. You have attacks, special rules, and momentum options. So in the game, obviously you've got your main attacks where you use your gun or your knife or whatever you use. Then you've got your special rules, which are things like armour and stuff like that, or like when this, then that. And then lastly, you've got momentum options, is when you generate momentum, you can spend it to do certain things. And you prioritise, so you either have attacks being your most powerful, special rules being medium, and momentum being low, or any combination of those. And then that gives you an amount of points to spend on those things. So for me, because I know that I've got a machete and a gun, I'm going to put attacks as my priority. You might not have to do that, because if you've only got a hand-to-hand combat attack, you don't have to spend all of those points on attacks. Do you know what I mean? And it could be you want loads of cool special rules, or maybe because you're super switching and whatnot, you might put momentum as being your highest option, so that then you can get all the cool momentum things.
trying to get the momentum though. That's
So
the
maybe
problem.
you want to put special rules as being your priority, attacks being the next one down, and then momentum being low, or attacks might even be able to be low if you've only got one attack.
Yeah.
With your batons, you might be quite comfortable with it being the lowest thing. For me, I'm going to put my priority in attacks because I know that I need to split it up into a gun attack and a hand-to-hand, and then special rules, and then momentum at the end. That's how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that
1,
kind of
2, 3 sections. So
yeah.
well, I've done my stats, so I'll just go through mine. So I've spent my 20 points. I've got a fight of 5 because he's handy. Shoot of 2, a defence of 4, athletics of 3, mind of 2, and pizzazz of 3.
Nice. I haven't done mine because I was chatting, but I won't be a moment. I'm going to do a fight of 4, a shoot of 4,
Shut up, dogs!
a mind of 3, a defence of 4, athletics of 3, and then because she's super cool, that gives me an extra couple of points to put pizzazz up to 5.
Oh!
She's
People
super
love
cool.
Annie.
People love Annie.
People love Annie. Okay.
And that is all my points, I believe, because that's 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 5 becomes 6. So 6 plus 4, and another 6 plus 4 is 20 points. That's my 20 points spent.
Okay. So what we're next prioritising.
Prioritising. I've decided to go for attacks number 1. Special.
See, I like the way
rules.
there's even a little square that you can.
Yes, indeedy.
So what's it? 1, 2, and 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
So.
And then depending on what you spend it on, for example, attacks, I get 30 points to spend on attacks. If I'd had it as my least priority, I'd only have 12 points to spend.
I'm going to have it as attacks is going to be number 2. Special rules is going to be number 1. And momentum options is going to be number 3.
I don't know what. See, this is it. I don't know what all the momentum options are, so I might end up tweaking it. Might have a little scan. I think it's okay to.
No, you just go through it and fucking stop pissing about. We'll
see.
We can change them later.
Yeah,
We're just showing these wonderful people how to do hacking.
that's true. So I now have because I put priority 1 onto my attacks. I now have 30 points to spend.
So I have 30 points in special rules.
No, it doesn't quite work out like that. That's for attacks, and then depending on your priorities.
Okay, so attacks, I'm on 2.
So you on 20 points.
20 points.
And should we just do attacks and
Yeah,
then
let's go
work
through
out
it
how
like
we
that.
go? So, blah, blah, blah. So name the attack, blah, blah, blah. We'll worry about that in a bit. And then you choose keywords. You have to choose either ranged or melee. Well, I know I'm going to have 2 attacks. One's going to be ranged and one's going to be melee.
Name of the attack. Well, mine's going to be the Bish Bash, obviously.
And I'll worry about my names and stuff later on.
Range is melee, is that right?
Yes, you're either ranged or melee. Now,
Accuracy.
accuracy we'll worry about in a bit. Now you
Okay.
purchase the range of the weapon. So if you want in melee, we're looking at the moment, if you want a range of base to base, doesn't cost you any points. If you want a 1 inch range, it costs you 4 points. If you want a 2 inch range, it costs you 8 points. Now,
Okay. What else is there to pay points for though?
Then, as a ranged attack, I pay different points as well, depending on the range. If it goes up to 18, potentially, that costs me 18 points.
Accuracy and damage.
Accuracy, damage,
Is there anything else?
and special extra rules like armor piercing, poison, versatile, so you can focus it, rechargeable, bulky. Oh, and then there are negative ones which are adverse, so like weak against armor, one shot.
See, hard hitting would have been nice on me, but it's only on shoot attacks. Well, that's boo.
Well, there might be
Armor piercing. No, it's not armor. They're not going to be armor
knockdown.
Knock
If
down.
they release at least 2 wound tokens, the target's next action is basically
Or
getting up.
multi-strikes.
Or multi-strike might be better.
How much of that?
6 points for multi-strike 2, or 8 points for multi-strike 3. But if this is your only attack,
Yeah.
you've got all of those
So
points.
6 points for the multi-strike 2.
Yeah, and that means that you can attack up to 2 if you're engaged with people. But you, so when you in the last game you play, you're engaged by 2 people. When you can go attack, but all of the dice are downgraded. That's the only problem. With it.
That's no worries. So that's 6 points.
You can have shocking because of your stun battens.
Oh yeah.
Each level of armour adds 1 to the damage because
that's
you're
4
going
points.
through the armour.
Yeah. Stun.
Can only be taken for an energy attack. We worry about that when we get to here, because when you're choosing your items, you decide if it's unarmed, you choose what kind of attack it is and stuff. It doesn't make any difference apart from if it's, for example, shocking. You can't then. It might say somewhere else like you can only do this if it's blunt.
Yeah. So I spent 10 points so far, so I've got 10 left. Damage is kind of important. Range, there's nothing for that, so it's going to be B to B.
Okay.
B to the B.
Accuracy. Do you want to put your accuracy up? That might be worth doing because if you're downgrading by fighting multiple enemies, you can then
the
upgrade back
accuracy.
to your D10s.
What's the damage first? How much is the damage?
Damage is 1 is 0 points, so if you do damage 1. Damage 2 is 4 points. Damage 3 is 18 points. Damage 3 is 8.
So damage 3 is 8 points. That leaves me 2 points. What's the 2 points?
We'll give you +1 accuracy.
That's
perhaps.
lovely. That's perfect. So damage of 3. Stunning.
Shocking.
Well, I'm going to put stunning because I like the word stunning. So I could just say stunning a lot. What was it? Melee.
Multi-strike 2.
Multi-strike 2.
So that way you can fight 2 crims at the same time.
So 3 points of damage, stunning, multi-strike, and accuracy of +1. Was that?
Yes, it was. And that, I believe,
It's
was
20
your 20
points.
spent. So Bish Bash is ready to bosh.
Oh yes, that's what we call in the attack. Bosh.
You know, if we do yours first,
Yeah.
then we'll just all the way through, and then we can discuss it. It's something a bit easier, I think, to do one character and then another one,
Yeah.
rather than 2 at the same time.
Okay, so the attack is done.
Okay.
So let's go on to momentum options then.
Okay, so momentum options. That's step 5, but it doesn't make a difference as to what order you
Nah.
do it in. And that was your third thing, I believe.
That's my third thing.
So you only have 8 points to spend.
Yeah.
And there are a selection of momentum options. So they have a cost. So in this case, Devastating Strike, for example, costs 3 momentum. Before making a damage check with a melee attack, this hunter may upgrade up to 3 dice.
Okay, I'm already thinking of evasion.
Oh yeah.
because I'm seeing him sort of sliding and then move out again.
Yes. When you're leaving out, you
Yeah.
don't get disengagement strikes.
So evasion is how much? 4
It
points.
costs you 4 points to buy it,
Yeah.
and it costs 1 point of momentum to do it.
What else have we got on the other page? On the side of the page. Follow up strike. Oh.
Once per turn, when you inflict at least 1 wound with a melee, you can make a second attack with the same melee attack. All dice are downgraded. It costs you 6. That'd be all 6 points you would spend
8
on
points.
that. Oh, you got 8 points.
That's rather nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I've seen it already. Follow up strike and lunging strike.
Oh, nice.
So I can hit them from 2 inches away.
Nice.
So that's follow up strike, which costs 6 points, and there's an extra melee attack, and that's 4 momentum. And lunging strike, which is DOS points and costs 2 momentum. Okay, that's that done.
And then if we go back to special abilities.
Special rules.
So there's a whole selection of special rules. That was your second option, I believe?
Yes.
No, that was your first option,
First option.
wasn't it? Yeah, so you have 18 points to spend on special rules.
Okay, what we got?
So you've got things like armour, charging, so you can move and then
Yeah, that's a definite.
attack.
I don't care how much it is. That's exactly one of the
So
things.
when you
we
end
want.
your move action engaged and at least 6 inches away from when you began the activation, if your next action is a fight action, you add +1 to the damage. So it's not a free attack at the end of it, it just means that you can then move in and then attack. Combat Master costs 10. You can upgrade 2 dice when you're making a fight check for an attack that doesn't have the unarmed keyword, which would be your stun batons.
It would. That's 10. Oof. Combat Master. Fight me, you dogs. That's 10 points, and it's upgrade 2 dice.
Here's one potentially. Let's get this Antiques Roadshow on the road. It's not called that.
No, it's
on
not.
the road.
How much is that?
4
Nah.
points. After your place, you move 6 inches towards the nearest crim.
2 points left, so...
Natural Climber. That's one you could have for 2. Hacker Friend. When you roll a 1 to 3 when you open a pod, but then you're not really looking at pods necessarily, are you?
No.
Because you don't need to reload. Eagle Eyes. You can upgrade 2 dice when you're making a spot check.
Ooh, that's a possibility, because they keep fucking hiding on us, the bastards.
What else have we got? There's a few on the next page as well. Any twos.
Choose ready to rock.
So you got 2.
Ready to rock.
Oh, what does that do?
Gives you a point of momentum at the start of the game.
Nice. That's handy, Harry.
That will do nicely.
Because you are ready to rock and ride.
And roll.
Just like the biker mice from Mars.
Biker mice from Mars. At level 1. 1 momentum. Start the game. That's awesome. Because I was really struggling to get momentum at the beginning.
Well, yeah, because you're a melee dude, so it's
Yeah.
hard to kind of get those things.
That's my 18 points.
Now you've spent all of
No,
your
no,
point-
no. That's,
Oh,
was it 1 point? Was that 1 point?
no,
Was
it
it
cost you 2.
2
so
points,
2
yeah.
left.
That's it. That's 18 points.
Okay, step 6 then. So after the attacks, special rules, and momentum options, step 6 is wound maximum. Hunters have a default wound maximum of 4. If the hunter has mind or athletics of 4 or more,
Nope.
then the default is 5.
Nope.
Unspent points from steps 3, 4, and 5 become leftover points.
None.
But if you wanted to, you could get rid of that ready to rock, because then 2 points would put your wound maximum up by 1.
No, I
No?
won't want that. I need
Okay,
that momentum.
step 7 is height. we're assuming that we're
2.
both height level 2 because we're normal sized human beings. And that is, as they say, that.
Wow.
Simples.
I am ready to rock,
You're quite
literally.
literally ready to rock and or roll.
Bish Bash is ready to bosh.
Aye.
That's easy enough.
Aye.
Simple.
Yeah.
Your turn.
It's my turn. Right. So
This is
I'm gonna
where
go back-
18 hours later,
Yeah.
Parker finishes his first choice.
Probably yes.
You just think of the figure, go for it.
So I'm going back to my attacks now because I have 30 points to spend on attacks. And actually, just to make it a bit different, I'm going to put my special rules down to priority 3 and my momentum options up to priority 2. Because then we've both picked very different characters. I have got 30 points to spend on attacks because I put that as my priority. No single attack may be more than 22. So you can't then have just one attack, but at 30 points I've just got a sniper rifle just popping people left and right. I'm probably going to spend more on the gun because, why not? Because guns are cool.
Until they run out of ammo.
Yeah, tell me about it. So that's a ranged thing. I'm purchasing the range. Now, it goes all the way down from 3 inches up to 18. Now, I think 10 was a bit short, so I might push it up to 14 for 10 points. Dare I?
It does look like an assault rifle she's carrying, so
Yeah, so it should have a reasonable
should have
range.
a good range, so yeah.
I think 18 is probably a bit overkill. So I'm going to go with 14 for now. And that costs 10 points. Accuracy, I'll wait for a bit. Damage. Now, I want it to be at least 4 because I think when I was playing the other lady, she had a machine gun type affair, and that was about 4 as I recall. So I think 4 is a good amount of damage. That costs 14 points. I've already overspent on my attack because I can't have more than 22, and that's 24. That's frustrating.
Drop the range.
Well, if I drop the range to 12, that's exactly that amount.
Drop it to 12.
Well, do I need any special rules? Because I'm piercing. I don't need that. I don't need that. Yeah, it's tricky. And I think I might have to put the damage down to 3. Because from 3 to 4 is 8 to 14, so it gives me an extra 6 points to play with.
Yeah.
So damage is going to be 3 now, and that is 8 points. That's going to be 18 points I've spent so far. Leaving me up to 22. So 4 points left. I could have an accuracy of +2 for 4 points. I think.
Armor piercing level 1 is 4.
Yeah. And that would be that. That would be that done.
Cover negation. The Crims don't really use that much cover, do they?
No, and I think
Extended ammo.
that is quite tempting with a free reload. But on the other hand, she's got a machete as well, so maybe I won't need it as much. So I think I'm going to go with the armor piercing. That's pretty cool. Level 1 was 4.
4 points.
One, which is 4 points.
Is the gun going to be called the Bad Squiddo or the Wrath of Annie?
Oh, I think it's going to be the Bag Squiddo. So that's going to be 10 plus 8 plus 4 is 22, which is the maximum I can spend on a single attack.
Yeah.
And that leaves me with 8 points left to spend on my melee attack. So the range is going to be 0 because base to base makes sense.
I can't when I'm playing games.
Unless you've got like a massive.
Yeah, I need to be in
right in. We'll call the damage 2 because that's only 4 points. And do I want anything fancy for it? Or do I just want to maybe just put it up?
Yeah. Because it's only
For 8 points, armour piercing 1 would cost
4.
4. Or damage 3. I think I'll go with armour piercing 1 because it's like razor sharp.
Yeah.
And then that way I don't get confused because they're both armour piercing.
We are easily confused.
Yeah. 1 is 4 points, so that's another 4. So I have spent 10 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 8 plus
Numbers.
16, 20, 30 points. That's my 30 points spent on attacks. I've got my machine gun, which is range 14, 3 points of damage, armour piercing 1.
That's the bad Squiddo.
Yeah. And then the Raging Annie herself, the Wrath of Annie, will be the machete, which is damage 2, armour piercing 1.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
okay with that.
So what's next?
Well, special rules would be next. And I put that as my third thing, so I've only got 6 points to spend on special rules. I'm thinking that I've only got a mind of 3. So I might have those eagle eyes for 2 points, so that when I make a spot check,
Yeah.
I can upgrade 2 dice. So I'm more likely to spot them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that. I'm also thinking about Hacker Friend. She does have a lot of internet friends.
I like that.
And also because I'm going to be opening pods because I'm going to need the ammo.
I like that.
So I'm not going to want to roll 1s to 3s. That's
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
That fits really well.
So Eagle Eyes is 2 points. Upgrade 2.
This is way more fun than it should be. Just come out with characters.
Hacker Friend
That's awesome for her. I like that a lot.
is going to be 2 points. Is there anything else too I want? Natural Climber, no.
How many points you got left?
I'll be back and not just in a rerun. 2 points. I'm not worried about that. 2 was that. Eye for traps, no. Falling, no. Boop, boop, boop. Really, rock might be handy because I've got the momentum options as my highest thing. Or maybe I'll just save them. Now I know that I can upgrade my hits at the end because I don't have a mind or athletics of high enough to worry about. I might keep them for now because the only other thing there is going to be the ready to rock. 1 point is nice, but then I've got momentum options. Now this is my second one, so I've got 12 points to spend. So I didn't. We can feel free to go back to your one. You can adjust your momentum options. I didn't notice that earlier on. You can pay 2 extra points to decrease the momentum cost by 1.
No, I'm fine.
You can only take it once per momentum option. You can't really use it less than 1. So, if something like come out and play, oh, that's nice. Come out and play. Use when your hunter takes a spot action. The spot action succeeds without a spot check. That's quite nice.
Criminals come
Out to play. And that costs 2 points and it's 2 momentum. But if you wanted to spend 4 points, it would only cost 1 momentum. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Especially if you've got a rifle as well.
Yeah.
Do that.
So let's go with, and because I've got 12 points to spend, that one costs 2 plus 2. That's only 4 points.
Do it.
That's pretty cool.
Because as we found out, Crims have a tendency to fucking hide. Come out to play. Lifts its head up and you blow it away.
That only costs 1 momentum, and I had 12 points to spend, and that then costs 4. And that way, if I've got the momentum, great, I can spend it on that. If I haven't, then I've got my eagle eyes, and then they kind of complement each other quite well, I think. That was 4 points. That leaves me still with 8 points to spend. Do I want a big one?
Ooh, hello.
Giggity.
Go.
that looks quite nice. But it costs, again, it's momentum. Fear me. Use where Crim takes a charge action against you before the Crim is moved. You make a pizzazz check with a threshold of 2 for normal Crims or 3 for special. If you succeed, the Crim skips its turn and does nothing instead.
Annie is scary.
I mean, she's raging.
I think it's a must.
Yeah. So that's 6 points.
Leaves you 2.
Leaves me 2, and I could do the same thing. Pay an extra 2 to decrease the momentum, so it only costs me 1.
Oh, do it.
Yeah?
Do it. When Annie rages, she rages.
And that's really, because she's got a rifle, that's really handy, because they'll go, I'll charge you, and it's like, no you won't, you're going to stay
Really?
there, and then I'll shoot you.
Yeah, because it ends their turn. Awesome. It's almost like the writers knew what they were doing.
I know, right? And I want to make that only cost 1 momentum. I really like that because you're spending, I'm going to have momentum options put that as your major priority, so you've got 16 points to spend, or maybe I've got all of these things that cost a lot of momentum and I've got to generate it. But because you can adjust the cost of it, that's a really clever mechanism, I think.
Yeah.
So that then costs wood 6 is instead 8. Because I've got high pizzazz anyway, I'm more
That's
likely
exactly
to
why
succeed.
you should take it.
Double check that there's nothing else I want. Blah blah blah. I think that'll do, right? And I've also got a wound maximum of 4. I did have so here's the decision I have to make. I have 2 points left. Do I go for the ready to rock, so I've got a point of momentum to spend, because both of those cost a point of momentum? Or do I spend it to put my wound maximum from 4 to 5?
I wouldn't say Annie's has that many hit points.
No.
No, I'd definitely go for the ready to rock with that.
Because she's ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
So that's going to be my special rule.
Ready to rock. Woo!
And because both of my things only cost 1 point of momentum,
You're off.
It makes sense. I'm out the gates. Fucking straight out the gates. That costs 2 points. And that's me spent all my points. Simples.
There you go.
No leftover points. And what I really like is they've got. Did I mention that already? No, the scribble sheet and the proper sheet. So
Scribble sheet, proper sheet.
that's really handy.
That's it.
And I believe that Cynthia was saying that in the expansion, which they're working on at the moment, there's going to be more options and stuff for new stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot simpler than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
That was super handy.
But that's how you can just take a figure
Yeah.
and already have your ideas for the story behind it, and bosh, literally,
Bosh.
you're off and running.
Jobs are good.
Jobs are good. There you
And
go.
we're both very different characters. You've got much more. I mean, you're hand-to-hand combat orientated. You know, you've got your special rules as your highest. I've got my attacks as my highest going down. You know, we should be playing
Good
very
mix up.
differently.
We should be really punishing them crims.
Yeah. I'll punish them hard.
Right with your bad squiddo.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hope that helped you all out.
Yeah.
But it's quick and easy to work out. I thought I've done it before because I've done the character that's in the book. Hey,
Yeah.
it doesn't take long. It doesn't
No.
take long, and you're personalising your characters. So get out there and do it.
And I know that if you're interested in Urban Manhunt, there is an Urban Manhunt Facebook page, but Cynthia and Spectrum Games are also quite involved in the. I think Cynthia set it up actually. It was like an inexpensive miniatures game page on Facebook where it's all about games like this, where I don't want to have to buy like £700 on an army to turn up on a Saturday afternoon.
Don't have
I
to.
want to just play it. Oh, I saw that mini. That mini looks cool. I'm going to use that and then use it in this, and then that'll be wicked.
There you go.
Which was exactly the whole thing behind me picking Major Nanny and you picking Bish Bash. Was
Yeah.
just like, we want to use this for something. I don't know what
using
to use them
anything
for.
normally.
But actually, perfect for this. Good times.
There you go. That's how to create characters in Urban Manhunt.
We did it.
We did it.
It didn't take us hours.
No, I don't think we need to do the whole spiel end thing. I don't think we need to for this video.
No, if you want to help us out, there's stuff in the comments down in the doobly doo in the crotch box. You
Down
can-
there,
you
there's
can help
always
us out.
all sorts of links.
I tell you, there is one thing they do have to do though.
Yes, there's always one thing. Don't forget
to like and subscribe if you liked it. And
subscribe
if you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe.
We'd
like it if you liked
and
and subscribed.
Until next time,
stay hammered.